It's now 9:30 and we're in line to go into the Pena Palace and have a look. So it's going to be a while, going to be a long wait. So we've been in queue for probably less than 15 minutes, I didn't really count, but we're nearly at the front. You see over here, when you get off your bus, jump in and buy your tickets first, and then back in the queue at the behind. There are security here and they do look at that sort of stuff, and I've just seen them turn some people away. It's early August and climbing up to Pena Palace. The hill's reasonably steep. I would suggest catching the bus if you have any mobility issues. That's the bus for them as well. When you buy your tickets, you have the option to select a time to enter Pena Palace. We selected 11 AM. It was 9:30 when we bought the tickets because we thought we might explore the park and that we could get in at 11 AM on time. We decided to go exploring a little bit while we waited for our time on our tickets. But that was a mistake. Just line up immediately, buy the tickets, choose the earliest possible option you can, and then line up. Because no matter what, you're going to be in line for a long time. They don't really pay much attention to the time on your tickets. We were lined up for a couple of hours before we got in, so we ended up getting in way later than the time on our ticket. So that's the entrance, but it's not where you start. So you go more inside. I saw about 100 meters in. Now we're inside, and this is what it's like. It took about 2 hours to get to this stage where we just stepped in the front room, and to say we were underwhelmed is probably about right. Because of how loud it was, because of how busy it wasn't really easy to, let yourself go and really imagine what it was like in that room before this time. Now it just seems like an amusement park, but the area and some of the things contained within is actually quite magnificent. So you step through a series of rooms, having a very quick look, shuffling along at a snail's pace with the rest of the line, people in front, people behind, and you just look at these beautiful things without really knowing much about them and not being able to read the placards or consume the information properly because you are really overwhelmed with the amount of things and the amount of people. At this stage, we came out of the first floor up to the second floor, and this is what it looked like from the second floor. Exactly the same thing. We concluded very quickly that the view from afar from a drone is much more intriguing than the actual inside at this stage. But stay tuned, because as you go through, there is a lot more opulence, and definitely for history buffs, this would be a great place. Once again, room after room of beautiful furnishing, beautiful cornicing, and stuff that you're probably only really going to see in Europe, if you want to see the originals, I mean. And designs and architecture and styles that have been replicated throughout the world since. And these are obviously the originals, and some of it is absolutely marvelous. It literally is room after room, so I'll just put some music behind here and show you a few of the rooms as we run through so that you can enjoy, hopefully. Now, it was here in the Great Hall where the crowd started to disperse quite a lot, and we noticed that there was a lot more freedom. There weren't as many people. Don't take this as a rule, because behind us was a very large Chinese tour group, and literally they were introducing every room in Chinese, and I think security held up a line for that large Chinese tour group. So honestly, like, I think this is unique in that we had this room nearly to ourselves for quite some time. So it was great to be able to see for the first time some of the place without having to rush. In saying that though, there was still a few laggers and slower people like us who wanted to consume a bit more from the rooms. And, you know, I was really appreciative that we did get time in this room. Again though, some really beautiful furnishings, and it really is opulent. So as you got further down towards the back end, there was a lot of history involved, and some Europeans probably already knew that, and they just cleared out. So again, everyone disappeared, which for us was a godsend because we could finally relax and enjoy. So this is the stag room. And coming through to the kitchen. Oh, the molds for making stuff. Oh, there's a dog. So the ornate ceilings have stopped. And then coming out these doors, and it seems like it's finished. We've got a cafeteria in there, we've got toilets in there, but we've waited in line for half the day, so we're just gonna take off actually. All right, so we've just finished the Pena Palace and we're heading down. The wait in line was probably close to 2 hours, and we thought we lined up with plenty of time. We didn't. As you can see now, the line is also extremely long still, so I don't think if you're going to come here, I think you're going to have to really plan ahead, come early, super early. We thought we came early enough, but obviously we didn't. And yeah, is it worth it? My wife said she can't make a decision on that, she doesn't know. For me, I think it is worth it. But if there are alternatives, then I would check them out. I don't know if there are, but who knows, maybe those alternatives are just as busy. Now, the first part of the castle I didn't think was amazing at all. I thought it was just very plain, very normal. When you go inside and see the ornate furnishing and the main room, it's really cool. But at the same time, you need to decide yourself whether this sort of crowd is worth it. For me, I don't mind it. My wife said no. But who knows, you know, maybe the rest of Europe at the moment is full of crowds as well. We also contribute to that crowd as well. So the irony of what I'm saying isn't lost on me. People, poor buggers, waiting all the way down, all the way.